Hello. Today on Storytime with Jenn, we're going to be reading Perfect Princess. Zoey is Chatty. Original story by Fabienne Blanchut. Illustrations by Camille Dubois. English text by Angela Williams. Sometimes Zoey's a real chatterbox. She loves to talk. She never stops. She babbles while she plays and prattles on while she walks. But when Zoey becomes a perfect princess, she remembers it's important to let others have their say. Her brother Ollie has a story he wants to tell her today. When Mommy's on the phone, Zoey can be a real pest. Let me talk, she keeps saying. She won't give it a rest. But when Zoey becomes a perfect princess, she waits patiently for her turn, sitting quietly beside her mom. She can't wait to talk to Auntie, but for now, she remains calm. Uh-oh, Zoey got in trouble in writing class today. Instead of doing her work, she chatted with Gabby and Jay. But when Zoey becomes a perfect princess, she follows the rules so they can all work silently. And if she has something to say, she whispers it quietly. Zoey's family is on a road trip. She's safely buckled in her seat. For a whole hour, she keeps asking, "Are we there yet? When do we eat?" But when Zoey is a perfect princess, she works hard at being patient. It's a long drive to Grandpa's place. She snuggles with her stuffy. It's a journey, not a race. Zoey is sometimes so chatty her family wonders if she's a wee bit dotty. Just the other day, she kept on talking while sitting on the potty. But when Zoey becomes a perfect princess, she'll excuse herself politely if she needs to go to the washroom. Then she closes the door and quietly reads a cartoon. At dinner, Zoey talks and talks. She still hasn't started her dessert. She keeps everyone waiting and they are done with their yogurt. But when Zoey becomes a perfect princess, talking with your mouth full and food on your face is definitely rude. It's something she knows not to do, even if she's in a chatty mood. Poor Daddy. Zoey keeps talking while he's trying to watch TV. He asked her nicely to be quiet, but she doesn't seem to agree. But when Zoey becomes a perfect princess, she and Dad can do their own thing. They're just hanging out. He can relax and she can play. Later, they'll have things to talk about. At bath time, Mom found a way to stop Zoey's endless patter. "Time for shampooing, dear," she says. "Close your mouth. No more chitter chatter." But when Zoey becomes a perfect princess, she plays in her bath by herself quite peacefully. She relaxes in silence and thinks things thoughtfully. At the movies, when Zoey doesn't quite understand what's going on, she asks so many questions that it spoils everyone's fun. But when Zoey becomes a perfect princess, she knows it's impolite to make noise while in the theater. So she tries to figure out the story and saves all her questions for later. Hey, look! Zoey's the flower girl for Aunt Karen's fancy wedding. She has practiced and now she behaves perfectly. And she hardly says a thing. She is proud of herself. Her perfect princess training is near complete. Zoey has learned to be thoughtful and to take a little time before she speaks. The end. That's it for today's episode of Storytime with Jenn. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.